What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on NHL 20. Today we're going to be doing another career simulation, and for the first time in a long time it will be with a goalie, and that goalie is Igor Shesterkin of the New York Rangers. In his time in the KHL, Igor Shesterkin was arguably the best goalie in the league, and since bringing his game to North America, he has not slowed down at all. After a very solid showing in the minors, the Rangers called him up in early January, and since then Shesterkin in his just 12 starts has gone 10-0. Throughout this run, Shesterkin has put up a 2.5 goals against average and a .932 save percentage, and it's safe to say the Rangers have found their future netminder. Like always, we're going to be controlling another team and doing whatever we can to stay out of the way of the New York Rangers in the simulation. Then we're going to simulate year by year and check on Igor Shesterkin's stats, as well if he wins any awards. Now let's see how Shesterkin is looking heading into his first year of the simulation. So heading into year number 1, Igor Shesterkin is starting off in the minors as the starting goalie of the Hartford Wolfpack. Shesterkin is starting off at 79 overall, and I decided to bump his potential from medium elite to high elite as he's lived up to all the hype so far in real life. His stats to start off are 86 vision, 86 rebound control, and 85 angles. Very solid stats to start off, and let's see if he can find his way out of the AHL and in the NHL with the New York Rangers in year number 1. So in the first year of this simulation, Igor Shesterkin and the Hartford Wolfpack finished 17th in the AHL and just sneaked into the playoffs. In the playoffs, the Wolfpack had a short run and fell in just 5 games to the Providence Bruins. Igor Shesterkin's first season in North America in the AHL saw him go 21-17-4 with a .905 save percentage and a 2.67 goals against average. In the playoffs, he went 2-2-1 with a .917 save percentage and 2.76 goals against average. Igor put up 3 shutouts in the regular season, and despite staying at 79 overall, he jumps up to medium franchise potential. After a quick 1-year stint with the Hartford Wolfpack in the minors, in year 2, Igor Shesterkin finally gets a shot with the New York Rangers and helps them finish 18th in the league and just 3 points short of the playoffs. His first year in the NHL is a bit of a struggle as he went 7-13-1 with an .889 save percentage and 3.58 goals against average. Shesterkin did not record any shutouts and increased to an 83 overall. Also, this is the last year of his current deal, and in the offseason he signed a 2-year extension with the Rangers worth $3 million per year. For the second straight year, the New York Rangers missed out on the playoffs despite finishing 13th in the NHL this time. Like in real life, the Metro Division in this simulation is absolutely stacked, and Igor Shesterkin's second year in the NHL is an improvement. He went 35-26-3, including 4 shutouts along the way. His goals against average was a 2.83 and his save percentage was a .908. Shesterkin increases to 85 overall and heads into the last year of his current deal. Year 4 has the Rangers finishing 7th in the league and making the playoffs for the first time since 2017. In the playoffs, they played the Washington Capitals and fell to them in a short 5-game series. Shesterkin's regular season saw him play 51 games and put up a record of 27-18-4. His save percentage was a .911, his goals against a 2.77, and he recorded 2 shutouts on the year. In the playoffs, he went 1-3-1 and had 3.12 goals against average with a .905 save percentage. Igor Shesterkin increases to 86 overall, and in the offseason moves on from the Rangers and signs a 1-year, $4 million deal with the Detroit Red Wings. I did not see that coming considering the Rangers finally made the playoffs. The decision to sign in Detroit continues to be a head-scratcher, especially after they end up finishing 25th in the league. Obviously, with the Wings having a poor season, Shesterkin's numbers took a hit. Igor Shesterkin played in 73 games and went 30-36-5. His save percentage was a .903, goals against a 3.08, and he put up 1 shutout. Shesterkin stays put at 86 overall, and in the offseason signs a 5-year extension with the Detroit Red Wings worth $5.3 million per year. After missing the playoffs the year before, in year number 6, the Detroit Red Wings turned things around and finished 12th in the league. The playoffs were crazy as the Red Wings went on a deep run that saw them lose in the Stanley Cup Finals in game number 7 to the Nashville Predators. On their run to the finals, the Wings ended the seasons of Buffalo, Tampa, and Washington. Igor Shesterkin's regular season was a good one that saw him play in 60 games and finish with a record of 32-19-6, along with a save percentage of .901, goals against average of 3.07, and 3 regular season shutouts. In the run to the Stanley Cup Finals, he had a record of 14-9-1, along with a .913 save percentage, 2.81 goals against average, and 2 postseason shutouts. Despite having a good regular season and bringing his team within 1 game of the Stanley Cup, Shesterkin drops to an 84 overall. For the second straight year, the Red Wings make the playoffs, this time getting in as the last seed and finishing 21st in the NHL. This year's playoffs weren't as great for them as they fell in the first round in 6 games to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, the New York Islanders. Igor Shesterkin's regular season was a mediocre one as he went 29-29-4 with a 3.22 goals against average and an .896 save percentage. In the playoffs, he went 2-4 and held a .908 save percentage and a 2.69 goals against average. Despite having a worse season than the year before, Igor Shesterkin increases back up to an 86 overall. For the third straight year, the Red Wings make the playoffs, this time after finishing 13th in the league. Detroit went on a decent little run, but still did not capture the cup as they fell in 6 games to the eventual Stanley Cup champion Columbus Blue Jackets. So far the last 3 years now, Detroit has lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champion. In the regular season, Shesterkin went 32, 24, and 5 and set a new career high with 5 shutouts. His goals against was a 2.83 and his save percentage was a 909. In the playoffs, he was 10, 6, and 3, and 4 of the 10 wins were shutouts. His save percentage was a 931 and his goals against average was a 2.08. Igor drops again in overall and goes back down to an 84. Again in year number 9, the Red Wings make the playoffs and they finish the year in 15th place. In the playoffs, Detroit upset the Montreal Canadiens but fell to the Tampa Bay Lightning in 6 games in the second round. Shesterkin's regular season had him go 23, 14, and 1, including 1 shutout. His save percentage was a 911 and his goals against was a 2.71, and in the playoffs he was not the starting goalie. Igor Shesterkin stays put at 84 overall. In year 10, the Red Wings fall off a bit and miss the playoffs for the first time in a while after finishing the year 24th in the league. Igor Shesterkin's regular season was his most quiet yet, as he barely played and went 5-9-2 with an 884 save percentage and 3.55 goals against average. Shesterkin drops to an 82 overall, and with this being the final year of his deal, he tests free agency and signs a 4-year deal with the Arizona Coyotes worth $4.7 million per year. So 10 years into this simulation, Igor Shesterkin has played 9 seasons in the NHL, and in 468 games, his career record so far is 220, 188, and 31, and has put up 16 shutouts along the way. His career save percentage so far is a 903, and goals against is a 3.0 flat. So far he hasn't had any crazy good seasons, but he has led his team to a Stanley Cup Finals Game 7 as well as a few other deep runs. Sadly, with him being 33 years old, I don't see much time left for him to make a big difference on a team, and if he wants to win a cup, most likely it will be with him in a backup role. So yeah, let's just see how the rest of this plays out now. Signing with the Coyotes in terms of possibly winning does not seem to be the best decision for Shesterkin, as the Arizona Coyotes have a brutal year and finished 25th in the NHL. Igor Shesterkin's season was a pretty poor one, as he went 26, 35, and 8 with a 3.44 goals against average and an 893 save percentage. Shesterkin had 1 shutout on the year and drops to a 79 overall. The Coyotes bounce back in year 12 and finish 6th in the entire league. Their playoff run is short though, as they fall in just 5 games to the San Jose Sharks. Igor Shesterkin fell into the backup role, but when called upon by the Coyotes was very solid in net. Shesterkin had a record of 21, 9, and 1 with a pair of shutouts within those 21 wins. His save percentage was a very respectable 915 and his goals against average was a 2.47. Igor did not play in the playoffs and decreases in overall again, this time to a 77. After an 11-year stint in the NHL, in year 13, Igor Shesterkin is sent down and spends the year in the minors with the Coyotes' minor league team, the Tucson Roadrunners. Igor and the Roadrunners ended up finishing the year 19th in the AHL, while their NHL affiliate and the team he was on just last year raises Lord Stanley, and you just absolutely hate to see it. Things don't get any better for Shesterkin either, as he doesn't get much playing time and goes just 6, 7, and 1 on the year. His save percentage was a 919, goals against average of 2.31, and had 2 shutouts. Igor drops again to a 75 overall heading into the final year of his current contract. Again, Igor Shesterkin spends the year in the minors, and the Tucson Roadrunners this time go on to make the playoffs after finishing 10th in the AHL. In the playoffs, Roadrunners fall quickly though in just 5 games in the first round to the Ontario Reign. Igor Shesterkin barely saw the net at all and went just 2-2-0 in the regular season and did not see any play time come playoff time. He had 1 shutout in those 4 games as well as an 895 save percentage and a 2.74 goals against average. Shesterkin drops to a 73 overall and in the offseason does not retire but does not get offered a contract. So in year number 15, Igor Shesterkin never ends up getting a contract, so basically he is forced to retire at the age of 38. So in 11 NHL seasons, Igor Shesterkin's career was clearly not the longest, but usually it takes goalies longer to develop, so I'm not too surprised. In his full NHL career, Igor Shesterkin played in 573 games and had a record of 267, 232, and 40. He had a total of 19 career shutouts, and his career save percentage was a 903, and career goals against average was 3.03. Shesterkin did not win any awards or a Stanley Cup, and the closest he came to one was with the Red Wings when they fell in 7 games to the Nashville Predators in the Stanley Cup Finals of year number 6. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna lie, obviously this wasn't the best simulation, and I really think his career in real life will be much better than this. Living in New York and most of my friends being Ranger fans, I've heard about this guy for the last 3 years or so now, and he's completely lived up to all the hype my friends were giving him. Pains me to say it as an Islanders fan, but this guy is legit, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to watch him play for the next few years to come. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know who you guys would like to see next. Hope you stay safe throughout all this craziness going on in the world right now. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.